most disturbing.
Yo, you got jokes. You got jokes. Okay, little bro. Okay. It's on her. That's why I got it. That's why you gotta tell him early. But if you know what time that he's coming to get you, an hour late is wild. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but like, if I tell you I'm gonna be there at whatever time, like, you should start getting ready. You like most girls know how long it takes to get ready. Like, plan that shit out properly. Space it out properly. Like, if you think it takes you 3 hours to get ready, don't start getting ready at 4 when I'm coming to pick you up at 5. Oh, sorry, you're right, for Chuck E. Cheese. There is, big bro. That's your go-to spot. Okay. Yeah, and you be going where? McDonald's, right? Yeah, keep yourself safe. You've had a crush on Tov? That's a very interesting.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be
Tough
talking
cool.
about Reddit's most disturbing stories. We've already talked about Reddit's most disturbing subreddits.
It takes you an hour to react to 10-minute vid. No, my fault. Chill. It's because we be talking for like.
95% of this video is me reading the story straight from Reddit, and I do give my insights right before.
Yeah, hold on. I just peeked, bro. She took an hour to get ready just to have on purple lipstick.
I quickly want to say that last week I uploaded my favorite video ever. It's called
wicked work.
Abandoned animatronics. It is my animatronics
BFFR.
So
what are you talking about, Vic?
Make sure to watch that right after this.
You're used to McDonald's, little bro.
I also announced that the Frederick Earl plushies are out. So look how cute they are. We only made
BFFR about what?
There's still any available by the time this video comes out. If not, then I guess beg me in the comments to make more. Ate his own amputated foot. Posted 5 years ago.
Ate his amputated foot.
The post was made by a user named Incredibly Shiny Shart.
It's like a Max at Prestige E-boy.
Basically ate his own leg and was making the post.
What does that even mean?
Anything. And given the weird nature of his action, he got so many questions. The post sort of went viral, discussed in 22 Reddit communities, and getting over 4,000
real shit, Dev.
comments. Why did he eat the foot? Well, let's get right into the story. Hi all, I am a man who ate a portion of his own amputated leg. Ask me anything. So the quick and dirty. About 2 years.
Yo, how niggas just be eating their own leg? Yo, this Vic eats.
Ago, I was hit on my motorcycle. They salvaged my foot, but I would never be able to walk on it. I elected to have it amputated. I asked the doctors to keep it. I signed some papers, I got it back, and with the help of some of my friends, cooked a portion of the tibialis anterior. Proof of foot tacos, more proof of me and my stump.
Oh, nigga made foot tacos.
Let's do this. What is it like knowing you're one of the few, if not only, person who can claim to have eaten their own leg? I'm torn between
gonna find our wives in med school.
Generational wealth of doom.
I think that's a common
Foot
response.
tacos.
It was a neat experience and I wouldn't change it. Are you saying that you would rather not have your foot back? Yeah, man. My life is so much better than before.
What the hell?
After was a catalyst for so many good things in my life.
What y'all think happened to Brody?
Life wouldn't change a thing.
Like, what has happened in his life that makes him think his life after the accident is better than before?
A foot is a small price to pay for the change within me to appreciate life and the people around me. When you can't go anywhere else to escape yourself, you only have yourself to focus on. You can choose to be better or bitter. My grandmother said that. Exactly this. Your granny knew what's up. How did you tell people you were going forth with the plan? Like send out an evite? I called folks who might be amendable. It was only about 2 to 3 ounces that I took off the legs, so it couldn't be a big group, plus only people I knew very well.
Wait, he ate his foot with other niggas? Bro, what?
How did your friends react when you called them on the bluff? Did anyone refuse or back out? I had one person back out, and it's totally understandable. I think there was a lot of, wait, really? Kinda hoping that I'm joking, but it was all happy people who showed up that day, lots of dark jokes. You should have put your foot down when they try to back out. Did you just call them and say, hey, come over and eat me? Kinda. This comment was removed by a mod, but Shiny Shark's response reads, we just wanted a taste, not a meal. Was there a lot of pressure to prepare it just right because it was super hoping your last
Chat, what you doing if your man tell you come eat his foot tacos? Yo, that's a good question, bro. What y'all doing if like you chilling with your mans, or like you just chilling, like it's a Friday afternoon and you get a text from your mans talking about some, yo bro, pull up, I made foot tacos. What?
I wonder
I wonder if he yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if he seasoned it properly. Helping my bro out. What the fuck?
Flesh? Not really. I'm pretty sure we would have just eaten it.
Nigga said it's raining tacos. What? Was there a lot of pressure to prepare because it was your last shot tasting human flesh? Not really. I'm pretty sure we would have eaten it if it was just fried. We were not looking to go all Hannibal and get gourmet. Just to make it so no one gagged. Okay.
Make sure no one gagged.
I remember to do that. Season his dick and fried it.
So my friends and I always had this.
His name was LCS, right?
Flesh in an ethical and health way.
I gave me the 7 to 3 a.m. shift.
Gave me the 7 to 3 a.m.
Are you at work right now?
Throw up after? No, but one friend had to spit me into a napkin after chewing for a while.
Ew.
I apologize, but it was too funny for me to be upset. You said you only invited, I believe, people you knew well. Did that feel like an intimate thing? Having people eat you? It really was. There were some people very dear to me there who supported me through that time and whose friendship
That's
I will
weird.
cherish. It seems like you shared it with others from the photos you posted. Who else ate it? Also, I'm just curious. From the first picture,
I'm drilling all over my
only
keyboard.
damaged your
Yeah,
foot,
I'm not
so why did they
surprised. You a
amputate
little.
so high up. Do you know? 10 of my friends
You
joined
a
in
little.
for a
You know
brunch.
what?
Only the foot was damaged, but with below the knee amputations, the want to do it higher up there is a balance between having enough stump to make for a good lever and having enough room beneath the prosthetic equipment. If they amputated low, it would make it difficult to put good hardware underneath.
Yeah, this shit is
that makes a lot of
weird.
sense. You plan on getting prosthesis then? I've had for about a year and now just got a new one that fits better. Lots of people have asked you to describe the taste, but I would like to ask you to rate the taste on a scale
Was
of
it good,
1 to 10.
Star?
How good was it? How does it compare to
I had
steak
some
or
wings, had my
bacon or
mouth
other meats
dripping
you've
out
tried?
water like
That's
it
a
was
fantastic
good.
question. On this
I'm
scale,
glad they were
I'd give it
good,
a
bro.
solid 6.5. But keep in mind,
Yo, good night,
that
Calvin.
I've had
Sleep
a
well,
lot.
bro. Mwah.
So it's way better than a hot dog or a regular burger. Maybe equal with regular bacon, which is pretty decent, but nowhere near as good as butter seared sea scallops or a rare sous vide tenderloin seared in grape
What
seed
the
oil.
fuck, bro? These niggas is dead comparing feet, bro. They're comparing foot tacos to actual food. Nigga talking about some rare blah 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 tenderloin seared in grapeseed oil in a cast iron pan. Fucking butter seared sea scallops. Fucking tongue twisters. Yo, exotic ass fucking meal. Niggas is comparing foot tacos with exotic ass Gordon Ramsay ass. Bro, hell nah. What is
While I
this?
appreciate the AMA, I can't help but say I'm a little queasy now. What were the details surrounding the motorcycle accident? I was riding down a mountain road on Memorial Day, 45 miles per hour speed limit with one truck and one car ahead of me. A car coming.
What are you talking about? Feet? Like chicken feet tacos? No, Night Zone. This nigga got into a motorcycle accident. He had to get his foot. Like there was something in his foot. So he told the doctors, fuck it, amputate my foot. And then he signed off some papers. He got the amputated foot. He went home, blah, 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 blah. He made tacos out of his amputated foot. Like his literal foot. His fucking like leg. He made amputated foot tacos. Where's the Spider-Man 2 stream at? I already played it, but you didn't. Soon, Star. Trust. I need to hit up my UK road man, Smurfy.
the opposite direction was stopped and indicating they wanted to turn across the road to the fishing area to my right. They stayed stopped on the road as both the car and truck ahead of me passed. And
Average
they
Reddit
moved as
post.
I approached. I figured they saw me and were waiting for me to pass. As I approached within 15 feet, they hit the gas and clipped the back of my bike. It locked up and I fishtailed and then flipped into the forest. I sat up and took off my helmet and saw the burning pain that was my foot. Did eating your own flesh ethically or morally bother you then or now? And how about your friends that also tried it? No, it was from a healthy part of the amputation.
Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, this shit even more weird because like a lot of the people asking these questions are people that are interested in probably eating fucking human flesh. This shit weird.
And they all consented. As far as I know, they're still cool with it. It's a fun, weird thing. Would you do it over again if given the opportunity? If it was an ethical situation, sure.
Fuck no, I'm not trying to feed if it was in front of me, nigga. I'm not eating human flesh.
You took it home? I'm intrigued, but just a little skeptical. It is the internet after all. I'm sorry about your foot. That looks like it was intensely painful. It was painful the whole fucking time, but all is well and life is good. There was no totally healed foot. After sitting in the hospital for a week and being told
What fucking subreddit you gotta be on to find niggas who agree to talk about this? That's probably like fucking dash cannibal eats.
There's apparently a community interested in devouring human flesh. Would you have sold the remainder to them if they offered to pay? And what price? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, this nigga is asking. Yo, this is like when you go like, yo, I'm asking for a friend, but nigga said there's apparently a community. Man, you or that community, nigga. Why the fuck are you trying to disguise your question? You or that community. You're the one interested in devouring human flesh. But why the fuck do you have to word it like this? I just peeped. This nigga couldn't have simply said there's a community interested in eating human flesh. Nigga said devouring. Nigga devouring, really?
Sure, that's
Really?
too. I know a guy in Japan I think did something like this, but I feel that selling myself would cheapen the experience. I did
What's
this
good, Mel?
and to share in a unique experience with the people close to me. Monetizing that would go against that. Edit. Okay, maybe for a ridiculous sum of money, like over $1 million. Did it taste like chicken? Asking for a friend. No, like bison.
Like bison, but chewy? Anyone here had bison?
Probably correct, but I left it to my chef friend and I was not disappointed. Do you consider yourself a cannibal now? Auto cannibal.
Is the whole video about a nigga eating his foot? No. It's separate. Like, it's a bunch of different weird shit from Reddit.
User, but Shiny Shark's response reads, the drugs were not a factor in the decision. That being said, contemplating my death while tripping through space and time while on ketamine in the helicopter did change my outlook on life. Why are you sharing this with us? The accident was
Hold on.
time while on
The drugs were not a factor in the decision being said while tripping on space and time while on ketamine in the helicopter did change my outlook on life.
Ketamine in the helicopter.
Ketamine is crazy. Nigga was geeking in that fucking helicopter. Bro, what the fuck are we watching? It's called Reddit's Most Disturbing Stories.
Sharing this with us.
Just weird shit from Reddit. I'm not surprised it's Reddit.
2 years ago. Why share now? It took me a while to get over my injuries and to become comfortable with my new life. It makes for a good telling, and so now I want to share it. Did you tell the doctors about it beforehand? If they did, how did they react? If they did not, do you think they would have let you keep the leg if they did? I've always wanted to try human. Not in a creepy
what the hell?
Way, but
you can't say that. No. Nigga, you can't say I've always wanted to try human and then follow it up with not in a creepy cannibal sort of way. Nigga, there's no possible way of saying I want to try human flesh without it sounding in a creepy human cannibal type of way. You're a fucking weirdo, buddy. You're weird. How much would you eat dick for? Nigga, I'm not eating dick. You're telling me like a nigga to chop off meat and put it in front of me? I'm not eating no dick.
As long as I got it ethically and it was properly cleaned, what's the harm sort of way. I just told them I wanted the foot back. Didn't think about eating it till later. I doubt they would have given it back. Do you have any diagnosed mental illnesses? ADHD. This just in. ADHD causes cannibalism. Truth. I also wanted to include someone who does not believe this story. This user says,
you've never wanted to try.
Hell no, bro. That's not even a thought that's crossed my mind.
Sort of way FR just asking VROEL to side eye.
Nigga, how you gonna say that and then side eye me, bro? No, I have not wanted to try no fucking human meat.
I'm calling absolute bullshit. I work in an operating room and see plenty of amputations. No way in hell are you allowed to keep your amputated limb.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never heard of someone keeping an amputated limb.
It gets sent to the morgue and then sent off to be cremated from there. Plus, there's no actual proof of you making it or eating it. I'm not saying you're not an amputee, but I'm saying you're pulling everybody's leg, no pun intended, and having fun with your amputated leg. No. Your body parts are your property after amputation. If you ask to keep it, you can keep it. Most clinicians will try to talk you out of it by saying it's illegal or some bullshit, but it is in fact perfectly legal. Some hospitals have policies against it, but if you fight hard enough for it, you can take your body parts home. So if you look up, can you take amputated limbs home on Google right now, the main result you'll get is, the general rule is if you have custody of it, you are considered the owner of your body parts as long as they're inside of you. Once it's taken out, we have some reasonable expectation about what's going to be done with it. So basically that means it's whoever's in possession of it. And the article also states
that's kind of weird, bro. You can just like get your foot amputated and take a fucking foot home with you.
It's a little too complicated for them. They have to go
through
their
own weird,
process.
but like,
yeah, it is legal taking your body parts.
It just, I don't know.
Amputated. It's just probably going to take a lot of talking. Reddit users saved from carbon monoxide poisoning. One of the stories from Reddit that is hailed for having a very positive outcome is the carbon monoxide poisoning incident, where one user, Cacker Lack, saved another user, R Bradbury 1920, via their comment. Bradbury 1920 posted in the subreddit r/legal advice, seeking advice because they thought their landlord was stalking them because he would find notes randomly in his apartment when he woke up. Cacker Lack
finna put my pinky toe on a chain FR.
Type shit. Hold on, let's see. His landlord was stalking him. OMG, stop. Yo, LCS, you about to get paranoid, buddy? Stalking fear is my worst. I can't hear this. Yo, LCS, that's just kind of crazy, cuz... Yo, LCS. Behind you. No. Run. My fault.
Responded to him. Narrow bedroom, no windows. There could be a carbon.
I had to, bro. I had to. That nigga look familiar? Yeah, he be stalking LCS on like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
or that due to the fact that he slept in a very unusual narrow bedroom with no windows, there could be a carbon monoxide danger. When the original poster brought a carbon monoxide detector, it turns out he was experiencing CO2 poisoning. Everyone hailed the commenter for saving a life. Now, while this story has been shared a lot and even featured in blogs like this one, there is no 100% certainty
Bro said like this one and nothing popped up.
of its occurrence since the original poster's real-life identity has never been revealed. He, however, made a follow-up post later saying that he went to seek treatment at a local hospital and had moved from the apartment. Post-it notes left in apartment. On the 15th of April, I found a yellow post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't mine on my desk reminding me of some errands I had to do, but told literally nobody about it. While odd, I chalked it up to something I did in my sleep. Thinking maybe my half-awake state,
Yeah, that happened to you
so
before
it didn't appear to
LCS.
be my handwriting. I threw it out and thought little of it. On the 19th, I found another post-it note on the back of my desk chair in the same handwriting as the previous note, telling me to make sure I, quote, save my documents. I was freaked out, but there were no other signs of a break-in. So I set up a webcam in my house aimed at my desk and used a security cam app for it to record after detecting movement. On the 28th, I woke up to another post-it note. This one saying, our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do. I immediately
What
checked
the
my webcam's folder on my
fuck? Yo, this shit gotta be mad weird. I have a story about that pic. When I was in class, my friends put that shit on the Chromebook. It was scary as fuck back then. They knew it. I started tearing up mid-class because of that. Damn, nigga, did I just cause you to have flashbacks on some PTSD shit? My fault, bro. Imagine getting pulled over and having to explain to the officer why there's an amputated dick in my trunk. What pic? I missed it. You want to see what pic? Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. Yeah, this pic right here.
computer and found nothing from the night before, but my computer's recycling bin had been emptied, which I am certain I did not do recently, indicating someone had noticed the webcam and deleted the file.
Which I'm certain I did not do recently, indicating something. That's so weird.
They were just saved
Like,
straight to a folder on my desktop.
My fault,
called
LCS. My
webcam.
fault.
Today,
my fault,
on the
my
1st
fault.
of May, I found another post-it note, this time on the outside of my door, with nothing written on it. And there also appear to be post-its on many other doors in my apartment complex, all blank in varying colors. Do I have any legal
Why are you calling
recourse
us
here? I have no
pussies?
proof except for the post-its, but those are written by my pen and on my post-it notes, so conceivably I could have faked them. Would contacting the police get me into any trouble if they can't determine an outside source for this? I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anyone's time. Should I consult my landlord? Those also living in the complex? Edit. I pulled up a letter I received from my landlord back when I moved in, and the handwriting is identical. Could this count as evidence? You seem sincere, and this doesn't appear to be the plot of a Ray Bradbury short story. It's possible that your landlord is leaving notes inside your apartment, but they don't make any sense in the context you're describing them. It's likely that you are writing the notes yourself, but you are forgetting. Do you use post-it notes as reminders in any other parts of your life or job? Yes, this might be a mental health issue. You might be experiencing some sort of dissociative disorder, or it might be a physical problem. You mentioned that you have a very unusual narrow bedroom with no windows. Is there any chance that you're not getting enough ventilation when you sleep, or that there is a carbon monoxide leak in the building? A cheap carbon monoxide detector, which you should have anyway, is a fast way to find out. You'll also have really bad headaches. You know your own medical and mental history and your other experiences. If you think these incidents might be you, writing notes to yourself, there's no shame in getting somebody qualified to give you an opinion. I have had really bad headaches, and I actually do already have a carbon monoxide detector. Guess I should probably take that out of its box and plug it in. Update. Post-it notes left in apartment. Thanks to everyone who sent suggestions and gave advice on how to proceed, especially to those who recommended a carbon monoxide detector, because when I plugged one in the bedroom, it read at 100 ppm. Too long couldn't read. I had carbon monoxide poisoning and thought my landlord was stalking me.
Yo, this nigga was slowly dying.
This is not at all where I was expecting this story to go. So you wrote yourself a bunch of post-it notes and forgot them.
You going to
because
bed
of
night
carbon
zone?
monoxide poisoning? Apparently. I also set up a webcam by placing it on a shelf, downloading a camera app to my phone, and making a folder on my desktop called the webcam, and made an iPhoto library in the folder. A strange request.
Yo,
for
getting your
opinions
life
from
saved because of Reddit is kind of crazy.
ex-cons.
A strange request for opinions from ex-cons. Okay.
In a now deleted post, a user by the name criminology_student posted a request on the subreddit r/xcons, searching for research participants. In the message, he notes that the research project was to understand emotions and psychological traits and how they influence decision making.
This shit is scary, like you stalking yourself. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's scary. Like he was pretty much stalking himself and he just didn't fucking know it.
When committing a crime. The user was Brian Koberger, and in an unfortunate...
Oh shit. Wait. This that nigga that killed those Yo, do y'all know what he did? Yo, his story is kind of crazy. I want to update because I haven't gotten any update, but yo, his story is fucking insane. He fucking like he went. Okay, I was wondering where the state was, but it was Idaho. Yo, there was a group of students living together, like in a house, just because they went to like this college in Idaho. In the middle of the night, this nigga went in a house and killed like 4 of them. Bro, he just stabbed 4 of them to death. And then there was a 5th person in the house, but they were asleep on the couch, and apparently like he walked by them and he didn't see them or some shit. I don't fucking know. But it was a random ass attack for what? I don't know. I don't know if they ever came out with a motive. Cause I didn't like really look into this case after they caught him too deeply. But yeah, that shit is weird. The 5th one probably scarred for life. You know how, bro, that's gotta be one of the most traumatizing experiences that's gotta be one of the most traumatizing things to ever happen to you. Nigga, imagine you live with 4 other people and you wake up with, like, y'all went to sleep, it was just, y'all came home from a night of partying or whatever it may be, right? Because he's in a crime class, I want to see if he can get away with it. It was random as fuck. Yeah, I did read something along those lines. He was a I guess, criminology student. I don't fucking know. But I guess he just wanted to see if he can get away with the crime. But yo, imagine you wake up and then you find everybody that you're living with, all 4 people in the house, dead, stabbed to death. That's gotta be traumatizing like fucking crazy. He was oddly infatuated with crime, yeah. The story coming back to me for real. Yeah, I didn't look too deep into it, especially knowing it could have been you. It very much could have been you. You gotta wake up and you gotta live the rest of your life knowing like the only reason you're alive is because he didn't realize you were asleep on a couch. Everybody else. How did all 4 of them not hear people grieving with stab wounds? Hey Nicole. Cause they were asleep. So he just killed them in their sleep, I guess. Yo, that's gotta be terrifying. Yo, imagine you're asleep and you wake up to like getting stabbed. That's sick. Sick work.
He ended up featuring in the news for committing murders against his fellow students. This is a case of a simple yet weird Reddit post leading to the charge of 4 counts of first-degree murders.
Wait, he got caught due to a Reddit post? Hold on.
The project was to understand.
Hello, my name is Brian. I'm about you. Okay, Brian. This nigga was on Reddit doing fucking research projects. Is he dead? No, he got caught. Did he even wake up or did he die instantly? I feel like you'll probably wake up if you don't get stabbed in a spot that kills you instantly.
Psychological traits and
thank you, of course.
Decision making when committing a crime. The user was Brian Koberger, and in an unfortunate twist of events, he ended up featuring in the news for committing murders against his fellow students. This is a case of
what's good, bro? How's FIFA been? Stream is going good. How's FIFA?
Case of a simple yet weird Reddit post leading to the charge of 4 counts of first-degree murders. It's not clear if what Brian found from his request on the subreddit influenced him, but it's still weirdly strange. The post led people into digging more into Brian, finding out that he had posted strange things in other contexts. For instance, this post on Tapatalk: research participation needed. Hello, my name is Brian, and I am inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. In particular, this study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with an emphasis on your thoughts
what criminal
about your
offense?
experience. In the event that your most recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, you may still participate. Additional surveys are included after the
so you just here
section
asking dogs questions. It's been good, been grinding all night, barely slept. Have you been playing Ultimate Team or what mode have you been grinding?
Unique traits. The study should take about 15 to 20 minutes to fully complete. Your identity and all answers provided are completely confidential. And the link to the survey is also an anonymous link. This research has been approved
Ultimate
by the
Team?
University IRB. Participants must be 18 years of age.
Let me see. Let me see your Ultimate
You may
Team so
terminate
far.
participation at any time and for any reason. If you have any questions about this research, you may contact the research team via email. Student investigator Brian Koberger. Anonymous link to the study. Thank you for your time. July 4th, 2011.
Okay.
I've had this horrible depersonalization go on in my life for almost 2 years. I often find myself making simple human interactions, but it is as if...
Yo, he doesn't look like he has like... I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised he did that shit. Because looking at him, he doesn't look like he has any thoughts behind those eyes. He looks very just cold.
He
looks like the type of person to be able to just kill someone and not deal with any consequences. Like mentally. How long you been streaming, bro? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Game and focus on my real life. In this case, my life is the game. My old self can be reached by pausing the game.
He looks cold-blooded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans do things I have done my whole life. I feel like an organic sack of meat with no self-worth, as I'm starting to view everyone as this. Everything I have ever
Crazy
done makes no sense.
depersonalization.
How did things get this way? How am I wearing this shirt? And who decided that humans shall wear shirts like this? Are we all just advanced animals with possession? Or is there more that I can't see? I can't connect. I view everything as I would if I was playing a
You sound like my mom, bro.
full of nothing, out of reality.
Because they mom a real ass,
my last holidays were already lived.
lovely
Where
woman.
was I? As my family group hugs and celebrates, I'm stuck in this void of nothing, feeling completely normal.
Yeah, this gotta be a horrible feeling, though. He doesn't even feel human. That's fucked up. An evil ass nigga just has a look. Yeah, he just looks like he'd be the type to just be able to kill mad. Like he'd be the type to be a fire ass hitman. Simply due to the fact that he looks like he just doesn't talk. He's very reserved, and he looks like he'd be able to just kill mad people and have no remorse whatsoever at all. When did you start streaming? I started streaming in February 1st to be specific.
Nothing. I feel dirty. Like there's dirt inside of my head, my mind. I'm always dizzy and confused. I feel no self-worth. I'm intelligent, but I feel
How the fuck you wake up one day and say I'm gonna kill someone? Exactly, let alone 4 people. That did nothing to you.
The house I once felt at home in is past. As I hug my family, I look into their faces. I see nothing. It's like I'm looking at a video game, but less. I feel less than mentally damaged. It's like I have severe brain damage. I'm stuck in the depths of my mind, where I have to constantly battle my demons. Am I here or am I fake? I feel myself slipping away. I hear screams faintly, but I constantly battle away from it. What if I let go? Where would I be? Would I ever come back?
Yo, he's a tweak, bro. This is yap. Damn. Holy shit. What is he talking about?
He went back the morning after to watch the reaction too.
He went back the morning after to watch the reaction too? Wait, he went back in the morning? I did hear something along those lines where he like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, emo for life. Thank you for that follow. Change my plug? Why? Damn, how you get 1K in 8 months? Shit, really 2.6K in 8 months. I wasn't even at 100 followers when I started streaming. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you, bro. God is good. God is very good. His word is if he had killed the 5th person, he probably would have not been caught. He could have moved to a different country. Yo, he really could have, like, because they took a minute to catch him too. If he killed the 5th person and then like just caught a flight to like a non-extradition country, yo, he could have gotten away with that shit. Why do you talk so aggressive? What you mean, Vic? Bro started a research and started questioning the meaning of life. Bro, he did one research project and it fucking changed his entire perspective on the way life works. Shit is very interesting. Hi, Rolius Maxident. What's good, Maximus Dentwell? Let me see.
I try to remember where I originated from, but I can't. I barely remember my childhood. I often fear being 80 years old, alone, having faint memories of my parents, everything I missed out on. I think about my father, what a good man he is, how I treat him like dirt because I have this condition, and I can't take it. I might spiral out of control and lose myself in the void. All of these regrets I predict for my future self.
So he's actually like spiraling.
I was in my stage of discovery. Now I look in the mirror and I see this sickly, tired, useless, and stupid man in the mirror. He is a complete disgrace. He doesn't even deserve to live. I remember when I was I would wander alone at 2 a.m. Everything was so generic. Nowhere felt like home. I saw things that were not there. A different reality.
What the hell?
Eerie and alone. I died during those nights.
Fuck no.
But where was my record? I can't talk without flinching now. I used to be this healthy, blonde-haired boy with blue eyes, and in a few years, I have darker hair and darker eyes. Half the body weight. Where did I leave off? I try to sleep.
Yo, what happened to this nigga, bro? Man, Vic here, I can't see your message. Nah, she's not restricted. Her message was a little bit above. I just kind of read it late.
Try to clear my head, but the pressure won't go away. The pain and depression won't leave. Being me is this horrible disease that I was given. I think of this as I succumb to sleep, but I see a large intensity of black, yellow, white fuzz. It makes my mind fizzle, and I can barely keep in the bounds of reality. It's as if the ringing in my ears and the fuzz in my vision is simply all of the demons in my head mocking me. I fall asleep, but I wake up quickly to bloody screams. Is any of this here? Am I brain damaged? No. Then why am I like this? I have these thoughts all in my head. I search for someone to relate to me. Everyone looks down upon me. No one can relate.
Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's been a very long time, bro. What you been up to? You still do Fortnite streams? Was the last time you were in stream before I got my PC? I got a PC now, a whole setup. It's been a minute since I did a Fortnite stream, but the new Fort season is coming up, right? And they're bringing the old map back. I promise, bro, we are gonna be on Fort as if we're gonna be back on Fort as if we're back during the console only days, cause oh my god, it's gonna be such a good. They're bringing around during winter too. I feel like that's peak timing to bring back the old map.
As I try to read, suddenly my eyes look right through the words. When I look up, I see blue dots near the center of my vision. When I feel slightly calm, it gets hard to breathe, and I see bright dots in my vision. Nothing I do is enjoyable. December 19th, 2011.
Holy shit, when are you doing Spider-Man? So hopefully soon. Shit, maybe by tomorrow for real. Only 13 days left, man. I know. That is sick work. I'm so happy I met Tia through you, bro. Wow. Yo! How am I supposed to... And you, of course? Well, thank you, I guess. Yo, what the hell? It's smart of them to bring back the old map. The game's there right now, has been there for a while, so trying to get everyone back with nostalgia. Bro, if they bring back the old map as like winter time comes, that's perfect. Winter break with Fortnite old map. The thing is, it's gonna be old map with the same tryhards though. So like the people that are like, oh, like the old map is not gonna be the fix to all the issues. I somehow avoided all major spoilers. I need to buy the game and play this shit, bro.
For over 2 years.
I haven't seen any spoilers either.
Every single way. Not one night have I slept normal since I feel like I'm trapped here. I've been able to block it out for a while now, but I realize what's wrong, and it suddenly becomes unbelievable. I'm desensitized in every way now. People say
it apparently got leaked, like by very, very reliable leakers.
October 29th, 2010.
Holy shit. Yo, he's actually a yapper.
I feel all the time that I'm living in my own reality. It seems
I'm waiting for you to play it on stream. Are you talking about Spider-Man?
I'm certain it's not. At first,
I'm gonna see if I can get it
things I
by
usually
tomorrow.
like to do, but then it changed to the point I saw no reason for anything, and everything became boring to me. I feel at times completely disconnected, and as if I can't live like a normal person. When I think about my future, think about how I'll barely remember my mother and father, because I have an altered memory, and also have been unable to think of them due to the 10 things I think about nonstop all at once. Visual snow,
what you watching? Reddit's most disturbing stories. Catch my most admired old map. Yeah, apparently Fortnite's bringing back the old map.
To myself from post-traumatic stress disorder or something similar. But
I played Mortal Kombat 1 the other day, because my friend has it. Yo, that game is fucking insane. Like the kills are wicked.
I've had 2 medicines mixed, VROEL and Pyramid.
The role playthrough, that's gonna be peak. And I felt like you played what? Mortal Kombat 1?
I remember how it was before, and remember that I felt like it before. It is all recall.
It's pretty good, I can't lie.
Chemistry change. I have this detox program that can fix it. May 12th, 2011. I always feel as if I'm not there, completely depersonalized.
Oh my
Mentally, I
gosh.
experience fog, lack of comprehension at sometimes. I feel like my life is a movie, depersonalization, depression, no interest in activity, constant thoughts of suicide, crazy thoughts, delusions of grandeur, anxiety, poor self-image, poor social skills, no emotion.
Fuck.
Nothing has a point to it. When I get home, I'm mean to my
I miss all the good streams. No, I didn't play it on stream, don't worry. I was just playing it at my friend's house. That game is so violent. I love it. Yeah, it's violent as fuck.
And along with the depersonalization, I can say and do whatever I want with little remorse. Everyone hates me pretty much. I'm an asshole.
Holy
Went
fuck.
to school with a murderer. In this story, the interesting bit
Went to
is the
school with a
user,
murderer.
Jet Judo, knew the murderer. They share their details in this post. The murderer in question was Kyle Doob. The user said that when they were in elementary school, Kyle Doob, who was an older boy then,
Why does he look like that?
would yank their pigtails hard and pretend they were in elementary school. Kyle Doob, who was an older boy then, would yank their pigtails hard and pretend they were a horse he was riding. Also, Doob brought knives to school and threatened classmates and pulled a knife.
Do you have to play with 2 fighters or is there a solo mode? I don't know. But when all the rounds that I played, I had to pick like a second backup thingy.
off on a girl after school once. The school did
But I'm not too
discipline
sure.
him. The user and other classmates felt uncomfortable around Doob. He eventually moved away. Years later, they learned that Doob was arrested for kidnapping, duct taping, and murdering a girl named Nicole Cable after luring her out of her house via a fake Facebook profile. The point of the post was that it was sick learning about the murder. Given their history of being harassed by Doob, the only caveat to this story is that there is no way to prove that the Redditor is telling the truth about their relationship with the murderer. The only truth is in the reference to a real case that happened. I went to school with a murderer. So when I was in elementary school, one of the boys a few grades ahead of me was Kyle Doob. I was 2 or 3 grades below him, so I didn't have much contact with him outside of recess. In the Foursquare line, he often made it a point to stand right behind me and yank on my pigtails as hard as he could, whipping them around under the pretense that I was a horse and that he was riding me. He also used to bring knives to school, but would sometimes threaten some of his classmates with them whenever they did something to make him angry. And at one point, actually pulled one on a girl after school out behind the school.
Yo, he's about to fucking kill her.
I don't know. But my school, being very small, was not known for being on top of the disciplinary side of things. There were a number of small things, the hair pulling, and just the general way he acted, that led to me being uncomfortable whenever he was around. I wasn't alone in this regard. Former classmates have also expressed feeling uneasy in his presence. To my relief, he ended up moving away, and none of us heard anything from or about him for a number of years, until one day he shows up on the local news, having been arrested for the murder of Nicole Cable.
Rest in peace, Nicole,
Facebook profile, lured her out of her house, kidnapped her, duct taped her, and left her in the back of his dad's pickup truck. His intention was to pretend to find her and be the hero. When he went back and found out she was dead, he dumped her body in the woods and covered it in sticks. They found her about a week later. I was in school.
Wait, so he didn't even kill her on purpose? How the fuck did he kill her then? Hold on. He kidnapped her, duct taped her, and left her in the back of it. She probably died. Could she not breathe? Was it too cold? How'd she die if he didn't like do anything to kill her?
Office because I felt so weak, sick, and shaky. It's very disconcerting to think a murderer used to yank on my hair. He's going on trial in the next couple of days, which is what made me think of it. So to end this like everyone else does, Kyle Doob, let's not meet again. My former best friend is a killer. This Redditor, whose account is now deleted, shared an interesting story of having related with a
former best friend is a killer.
Real-life killer. They grew up in Detroit and were childhood friends with Patrick Selepak in 5th grade. They lost touch when they, the storyteller, moved away at age 15 or 16. Story of having related with a real-life killer. They grew up in Detroit and were childhood friends with Patrick Selepak in 5th grade. They lost touch when they, the storyteller, moved away at age 15 or 16. In 2006, Patrick murdered a pregnant woman named Melissa Barrels and her husband Scott in their home.
What the
Apparently,
fuck?
Patrick was helped by his girlfriend Samantha, who tortured and killed the couple. They then fled to Flint, Michigan, where they had killed another man who tried to turn them into the police.
If your best friend kills someone, are you snitching? No. Well, it really depends on the circumstances. It really depends on the circumstances. Actually, it depends on the circumstances in the sense that, like, it has to be, like, a really fucked up kill for me to snitch. Like, if he killed, like, a fucking, like, if he killed somebody for just that's none of my business, bro. That's none of my business. Unless it's like it really depends. Like unless they plan like a serial killer, then not. That's what I'm saying. Like if he really like on some serial killer planning shit out, that shit kind of weird. Nah, it really depends, bro. At the end of the day, it's none of my business. I don't know, but now I sound like a fucked up person. I don't know, bro. I've never been in a situation like that. So I can't speak on it.
Arrested and convicted of the murders. They are both serving life sentences with no parole. The Redditor recognized Patrick as his childhood friend when they saw the story on a TV show about murders in 2009. Similar to the previous story, there is no way to prove the Redditor had the relationship they claim with Patrick. However, it counts for something that their post was based on a true event that happened. My former best friend is a killer. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. When I was in the 5th grade, I started going to a middle school named Dorothy Fisher Magnet Middle School. It was there that I met Patrick Selepak. We became really good friends very quickly. He was smart, funny,
what's this video even about?
Looking and kind-hearted.
Reddit's most disturbing stories. It's just weird stories off of Reddit. I grew up in when I was in the first year. I started going to the fish around. So we became really good friends very quickly. He was smart, funny, charming, good looking, and kind hearted. Yeah, so was a fucking goddamn Ted Bundy. Or so I thought.
Or so I thought. We were best friends until I moved
Okay.
out of the city of Detroit and attended a different middle/high school. We lost touch when we were about 15 or 16 years old. I always wondered what happened to him, and I thought of him often over the years. In February 2006, I heard about the murder of Melissa Barrels and her husband Scott.
I have a question.
They lived
What's
few miles
good?
down the road from me. Melissa was 10 weeks pregnant. Patrick befriended Melissa after shopping at the
Yo, nigga, he killed a pregnant woman and her husband.
grocery store where she worked. He wanted more out
The
of
real
the
life
relationship than
sentences.
just friends. He followed her home one day and convinced Melissa to let him and his girlfriend
How the fuck do you want more out of the relationship than just friends when she's a married woman? A pregnant married woman, you fucking moron. My friend is in New York and I'm wondering what she should do. Is she looking for like touristy things to do, or is she looking for just like calm things to do? Like actual like, because like obviously she can do like the touristy New York things. Oh, Times Square. Oh, Statue of Liberty. Oh, fucking whatever. Goddamn Empire State Building. Shit like that. But she could really like just go to some like low key spots. I think calm things to do. I mean, either way, I mean, I think she should still go to like Times Square and like see things like near Manhattan. Cause I mean, even if she doesn't want to go like fully touristy, she can still like there's good eats and like good like family owned like hole in the wall shops. I had Raising Cane's for the first time in Times Square. It was so busy. Yeah, how was it? LCS. Why didn't she email? Cause bro, you don't need those spots. The world doesn't need to see you.
and Samantha come in.
You don't need those spots. My recommendations for you to, my places that I recommend for you to go to. My dungeon.
Patrick befriended Melissa after shopping at the grocery store where she worked. He wanted more out of the relationship than just friends. He followed her home one day and convinced Melissa to let him and his girlfriend Samantha come in and hang out for a while. Patrick had guns with him. He hit Melissa in the head with the gun and knocked her to the ground. He proceeded to strangle friends. He followed her.
Wait. He wanted more out of the relationship than just friends, but this nigga has a girlfriend too. How the fuck does this work? But what did LCS say about it was really good, but the fries are trash? Nah, the fries aren't that bad, but they're okay.
Her home one day and convinced Melissa to let him and his girlfriend Samantha come in and hang out for a while. Patrick had guns with him. He hit Melissa in the head with the gun and knocked her to the ground. He proceeded to strangle her with a belt. He convinced his girlfriend to help him because it was, quote, taking too long for her to die. During this, Melissa's husband came home. He was hit in the head with a
Fuck. I'm not gonna lie, that boy said it was taking too long for her to die, and he was trying to strangle her with a belt. That says a lot about your strength, my boy.
gun and then locked in the bathroom while Pat and his girlfriend finished killing Melissa. Once she was dead, they turned their attention to Scott. Samantha went to CVS and got duct tape, syringes, and a few other things.
Samantha went to, okay, hold on. Samantha went to CVS and got duct tape, syringes, and a few other things. They tried injecting bleach into Scott's veins? Yo, these niggas are sick in the fucking head. That did not work. Scott was tortured for about 4 hours before he finally succumbed to his injuries. Pat and Samantha moved the bodies to a back room. They wrapped them in painter's plastic and duct taped it. They covered the bodies with a tarp and then they left.
They tried injecting bleach into Scott's veins to kill him. That didn't work. Scott was tortured for about 4 hours before he finally succumbed to his injuries. Pat and Samantha moved the bodies to a back room. They wrapped them in painter's plastic and duct tape it. They covered the bodies with a tarp and then they left. Melissa's parents called the police to do a welfare check when she didn't show up for work. Police found the bodies under the tarp in a room the Barrels were decorating for the baby they were gonna have. Patrick and Samantha fled the Barrels' house in their car. They had also stolen the couple's personal documents so they could assume their identities. Some Somehow, Pat and Samantha ended up in Flint, Michigan. They met a man at a gay club and he offered them a place to stay. They stayed with him for 3 days before the man saw the news and tried to convince Pat to turn himself in. The man walked outside saying he was going to get the police himself. Patrick flipped out and shot the man in the back. Pat then walked up to the man.
How the fuck would he... That's on him, I can't lie. How are you gonna have 2 fugitives in your house that you see are on the news because they killed a pregnant woman and her husband, and they tortured him for 4 hours, and you're gonna tell him, oh, I'm gonna get the cops myself? Bitch, obviously he's gonna fucking turn around and shoot your stupid ass. Why would you do that? How do you set yourself up that badly? McDonald's has a floppy soggy fries, the best, huh? Where I live, we only have the worldwide big known restaurants like McDonald's, KFC, etc. Which sucks because I want to try some Chipotle. I need me some Taco Bell. They all be looking good as fuck. See, I mean, Taco Bell and Chipotle damn near like big and known too. I'm surprised they're not in other countries as well.
Man and shot him in the head. Pat and Samantha wrapped this man up the same way they did the barrels, and they put his body in the back of the
Hold on.
man's pickup truck and covered it with a tarp. The next day, a friend of Samantha's called and asked Sam if she could give her a ride to a job interview. Samantha said they would. Before Pat and Samantha got to the girl's house, she saw on TV that they were wanted for murder. She still let them pick her up for the interview. They drove the girl to the hotel.
Yo, she's see people, bro. Oh my, how are you this stupid, bro? Like, come on, bro. Just zero awareness. How do you see on TV that they're wanted for murder and you still allow them to pick you up?
Where the interview was. She asked them to wait there for her because she wouldn't be long. As soon as she got inside the hotel, she called the police.
Called the police.
When police
Okay.
arrived, they restrained Patrick and Samantha and found the body in the bed of the truck. Patrick and Samantha are both serving life sentences with no possibility of parole. Patrick and Samantha were featured on the ID channel's show Wicked Attraction. The title of the episode is Single White Male, which aired in 2009. If anyone would like to verify the story, there are millions of links on Google. Their full names are Patrick Selepak and Samantha Bakinsky, ETA. I have added more backstory in the comments. I didn't realize how much I had left out. I just figured the story was long enough as it was. When I read things like this, all I ask is why? Why kill innocent people who did nothing to you? Why kill at all? Fucked up. I think he was pissed that she snubbed his advances. He liked Melissa and wanted a romantic relationship with her. She was happily married and just wanted Pat as a friend. He got really upset by that and he killed her, her fetus, and her husband. I really believe the motive was jealousy. Police have ruled the motive was financial. Police think they wanted to steal Melissa and Scott's identity. I don't really understand that situation. So he had a girlfriend but wanted something with Melissa.
I'm saying,
so he
bro.
convinced his girlfriend to help him kill the woman he was interested in. It seems so strange.
It makes no sense.
And convinced her to help once he already had assaulted Melissa.
It makes no sense at all, bro. Like, you have a girlfriend, but you want something romantic with another woman, and then you... How the fuck is... Like, why would the girlfriend help you kill the woman that you're romantically pursuing? Fuck, but this shit makes no sense.
Okay, so I watched the episode, and they made it sound like he had manipulated her into it earlier. Basically playing the, will you still love me even though I'm fucked up card. Samantha must have been in pretty deep. Samantha met Pat through a phone chat line or something from my understanding.
A phone chat line?
When he was released from prison.
Bro.
After serving 10 years for robbery. She was overweight, not very attractive. She was infatuated with Pat. Her friends and family members have said that she was just in awe that a good-looking guy like Pat wanted to be with her. Her judgment was obviously clouded as she knew that he just served 10 years. Her first clue should have been that. Her second clue should have been when he was arrested for assaulting an ex-girlfriend by strangling her and putting sand down her throat.
Putting sand down her throat?
Whatever Pat said. She was not a victim at all. I personally believe she was just as sick and twisted as Pat was. She didn't know that Pat wanted a relationship with Melissa. She thought he was just friends with Melissa and her husband. Once they got to Melissa's house and Pat tied up Melissa, she helped strangle her. The bleach in the veins of the husband was her idea. She went to CVS for the syringes and duct tape. The police station was literally 2 blocks from the CVS she was at. She could have went to the police station. She could have told the cashier at CVS to call the police. She had many opportunities to get help. She didn't. Melissa and Scott were not dead when she went to CVS. She is just as responsible, and I think the whole "he manipulated me" thing is bullshit.
Definitely bullshit. I can't stand down the
Girlfriend
throat.
with sleeping problems. The amount of times that my girlfriend has spent time sleeping has made me stop loving her.
Damn. The amount of time my girlfriend has spent sleeping has made me stop loving her. Yo, it's really an evil ass world, bruh. That's fucked up. Okay, yo.
Sound awful, but you have no
What
idea.
the
She
fuck?
always slept more than me. That's fine. Lately, it's just been too much. She falls asleep at, say, 10 p.m., then wakes up after
Okay.
at 12 p.m. Some days, even after 2 p.m. Then she takes a nap like 2 hours later, or somewhere between 3 to 6
Wait. She falls asleep at 10 p.m., then wakes up after 12 p.m. Okay, so she sleeps for a good, like, calm little motherfucking 14 hours, okay? Some days even after 2 p.m. Okay, that's a lot of sleep. I mean, okay.
hours. I think my final straw was yesterday. She woke up at 9, then took a 6-hour nap at 11.
Then she takes a nap like 2 hours later for somewhere between 3 to 6 hours? Wait. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Okay, so hold on. So she gets off. Okay. She falls asleep at 10. Wakes up at 12. And then after 2 hours after she wakes up around 12, sometimes around 2, she takes a 3 to 6 hour nap. That's a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's 14 off rip here, 16 if we extend it to 2 p.m. And then combined with 3 to 6 hours, so that's anywhere from 17 hours to fucking, yo. Nah, that's crazy. That's like, that much time spent sleeping is a lot.
Waking up at 5-ish, cleaned for an hour, then took a 5-hour nap after that. She spent
Even
11
construction
hours of
niggas
her
don't sleep like
daytime
that, and they got
sleeping. I'll get
rigorous
hate for this
jobs.
as well, but it's affected
14
our
hours
sex
be like
life.
when I
Every
take
time I say I'm in
edibles.
the mood, she falls asleep. I don't mean she says and not
I'll get hate for this as well, but it's affected our sex life.
tonight and falls asleep. I mean, she just falls.
She spends 11 hours of her daytime sleeping. She woke up at 9, then took a 6-hour nap at 11. Holy shit. Then after waking up at 5, she cleaned for an hour and took a 5-hour nap after that. She spent 11 hours of her daytime
falls
sleeping.
asleep. One time it was the afternoon we both had off and I suggested it. She was excited, went to bed, and I went to freshen up a bit. I came back like 3 minutes later and she was passed out. I get I'm not owed sex, but I'm having a dry spell because she just sleeps.
She falls asleep. I don't mean she says not tonight and falls asleep. I mean she just falls asleep. One time it was an afternoon we both got off and I suggested it. She was excited, went to bed, and I went to try to fresh up.
I keep telling her this isn't normal and she needs to see a doctor, but she refuses. She says I'm controlling because I can't have her all the time. She seems to think it's normal for people to sleep 20 hours a day. I just stopped caring now. I can't leave her, but she makes me feel ignored for her bed. Edit. A few have hearkened on the sex life I mentioned. No, it's not my only concern. It was the most reoccurring pattern. We've had dry spells, some for 2 months, and there's no issue. She could say no, and I'd be fine. The difference is her saying no versus saying she wants to, then falling asleep within 3 minutes every time. There's other issues as well. She forgot to feed the cat, do dishes on her day 2, and has me cook almost everything. The difference is that those can be on and off, where some days she does.
Forgetting
and
to
others
feed the
she
cat.
doesn't.
Come on, bro.
Hi everyone. Even those hearing it on TikTok with the gameplay in the background, I didn't expect it to blow up, but it.
Bro said even those hearing it on TikTok with gameplay in the background. Nigga got the, he got hit with the motherfucking Subway Surfers Minecraft obby fucking gameplay. TTS voice of doom.
I want to clarify some things first. We're both 28. I work full time. She had a full-time job, but quit
What's
2
good,
months ago.
Lemonade?
Since then, she had been looking for work, but the sleep issue started 2 weeks ago. My biggest mistake was mentioning our sex life, as people took it to mean I cared more about sex than her. It was the easiest thing to show how my frustration had built up. Obviously, I cared about her health too. I said before, we've gone for months without sex and I've had no problems. And even if we had sex, I would still be concerned. But I get how it comes off, and that was my mistake. As for the people calling me an asshole because I didn't take her to the doctor, what was I supposed to do? She's an adult and I can't make her go somewhere. Plus, after she called me controlling, I couldn't continue pushing since I was reminded of my ex who was. Also, a lot said I didn't care or was selfish. I was frustrated over what I was seeing and wanted my old girlfriend back. I wanted her to be better. You can say that makes me a horrible person if you wish. The update. I took some of your advice and first told her parents. They can't make her do anything, but they know now. I gave her an ultimatum. Get help or I leave. I made it clear I will not sit around as she sleeps all day. It's not normal and she needs help. I said I will help any way I can. Long story short, we broke up. She got mad.
Damn. Yeah, probably gonna make it. And they just broke up just like that.
Saying she was just more tired and it'll be fine. In that moment, I knew I didn't love her anymore. How could I love someone who says I'm concerned and call me a manipulative asshole? It was her apartment, so I left. I called her parents again to let them know and to take her cat since I could not. I know I'll get hate, but I don't know what else to do. She refused my help and I can't help someone who doesn't want it. I had to move in with my parents again. I feel like a failure. 28-year-old man stuck with mommy and daddy, all because he was too weak to make it work. I don't know if it's the right feeling, but it's how I feel. That's all. This is not normal and she should see a doctor. Yes, she needs to start with a thyroid stimulating hormone check. I slept all the time and it turned out I had thyroid cancer. She could also have hypothyroidism, which would definitely make her tired all the time. It could be a lot of things, but she needs to
Are the rumors sure you're ending soon? I don't even know for real. She had me CPSL, seeing colors that weren't there. Wait, this time I had a little piece of.
Wait, VROEL, did you give us the good news?
No, I didn't.
yet?
I still
don't think I ever got a
I could do it after this.
response to my
After
message
this.
for
After
what I
this.
said,
After
but
this.
it's
After
okay,
this.
I guess.
After this. I'll never forget the time I had a little piece of fancy chocolate and then I started feeling funny later. I was dead ass remembering why. That's all I remembered. Nigga, how the fuck you accidentally have an edible? What? I had 1,000 milligram bag of chips and I got drunk, ate the whole bag. Wait, nigga, they got chip edibles? The hell? I got drunk, ate the whole bag. Spent 4 hours trying to sleep, panicking, thinking I didn't have a tongue. Yo, that's some crazy work. Bro, 1,000 milligrams. First of all, 1,000 milligrams is insane. But you ate that bitch accidentally, all of it, because you were drunk. So not only did you eat 1,000 milligrams, but you ate 1,000 milligrams and you're crossed. Chip our discs sound fi? Bro, what? They got edible everything? Shit, I wouldn't know for real.
blood work done to find the cause of this.
Crossfade of Doom. They got 1,000 milligram edible
Murder
X
and incarceration.
drunk.
This next one is about a small town, the kind where nothing seems to ever happen. The story
Don't
was
you
posted
vape?
on Reddit
Nah,
in
don't.
2015, 8 years ago, by a lady with an account that's now deleted. The short of it is that she grew up in a small town
I
and
don't
was
smoke,
friends
bro.
with a guy named Jay in middle school and high school. Jay was a fun, well-liked, class clown type. After high school, Jay joined the Marines but got dishonorably discharged after less than a year for undisclosed reasons.
Forgot, I
His
feel like the third
personality
ship.
changed
Damn.
slightly when he returned. Shortly after, Jay was arrested along with 2 others for kidnapping, torturing, murdering, and dismembering a drug dealer. This arrest
But how does it go from worse to worse to worse to worse to worse?
was very... His personality changed slightly when he returned. Shortly after, Jay was arrested along with 2 others for kidnapping, torturing, murdering, and dismembering a drug dealer. This arrest was very similar to a story featured in the news here, and hence why some believed it was the real-life version of the Reddit post. The details seem to align perfectly. Both happened in a small town, then the details of the kidnapping and
The
how
fuck does vaping do? Does it actually have effects to just have vapor come out of your mouth? I don't know. I have no idea.
the assault and dismemberment was done also
I don't know why
align.
people do
It's
that
not
shit
just
either.
strangers you should be scared of. This isn't really a
Other than,
story
like,
I
the
talk
addiction.
about much, mainly because it's something I don't like to dwell on, especially since it has a lot of what-if situations. The biggest one being, what if he was never caught? I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I guess the best place to start would be with a little background. I grew up in a super small town. Less
This
than
isn't
1,000
really a story I
people
talk
live
about much because it's something I don't like to know. Never caught.
there. I think in the last census we had 800 and something. In a small
Less than 1,000 people live there. Blah blah blah.
town, the craziest thing that happens is shooting a 12-point buck, or what kind of tires Jimmy put on his truck. People either grew up and moved away, only returning for family events, joined some part of the armed forces, or were there for the rest of their lives. Yeah, it's that kind of town. Since the town was so small, you knew everyone in your grade and most people in the grades underneath you. We also didn't have the whole popular crowd. Everyone pretty much got along with everyone else. That brings me to the main person in my story. story. A good friend of mine named Jay. Jay was your typical class clown guy. He had fiery red hair, and his personality made him just a firecracker. He could make anyone laugh, and he got along with nearly every person he met. He was just a great person to be around. Our friendship began in middle school. I believe it was 7th grade when I first met him. We had history together, and our desks were in a little pod where he sat right next to me. We would copy each other's work, share our snacks, and he made me laugh so hard I couldn't breathe every single day. He was a great friend to have. If someone messed with me, he'd tell them not to pick on his little sister. As we grew up, we stayed decently close. I wouldn't call him a best friend, but we were good friends nonetheless. Right out of high school, Jay went straight to the Marines. He wasn't gone for even a year before he was dishonorably discharged. When he came back, he was slightly different. He didn't tell a single person, as far as I knew, why he was discharged. He didn't talk about the Marines much. Eventually, he became the same old Jay I knew before he left. We became pretty good friends again, picking up right where we left off. At least once a week, Jay would text me and ask me how I was doing. He'd come to my house for parties or just hang out, and I did the same with him. We knew a lot about each other, or at least I thought I did. On a pretty uneventful week in January, Jay texted me about a party he was having at his house and asked if I'd like to come. That was nothing unusual, so of course I accepted. He said it was going to be a small party, and there was only an exclusive list of people, so I could only invite someone if I had his permission. I thought that was weird, but I just shrugged it off. I figured he just wanted people he really knew. Maybe he's finally going to open up about the Marines. It's the one thought that I had that kept me rational of his odd behavior. I told Jay I could be a designated driver for anyone if need be, since I was pregnant with my son at the time. He was due in roughly 2 months, and I knew I obviously wouldn't be drinking, so I would make sure anyone would get home safe and sound. Jay said I didn't need to worry about that. It wasn't that kind of party. A couple of days pass and I don't hear from Jay, which is unusual, until I see his face on the local news. Jay and 2 of his friends, Stephen and Toby, were arrested for kidnapping, torture, murder, and abuse of a corpse. I immediately opened up my internet browser and started looking at the news articles that were all over our local news. The basic gist of everything that happened was as followed. Jay knew about this drug dealer that was dealing near his home. He didn't approve of it, and he planned a murder.
Bro said he didn't approve of it, as if the nigga owns the damn block.
To quote, rid the world of his evil. His first step was to set up a drug deal with the victim. That wasn't a hard task since he was a friend of a friend. He then convinced Stephen and Toby to go along with him. They met the victim at the location where the men kidnapped him. Jay had the man in the back seat and began beating him while the other 2 were in the front. There was actually one time they had to stop the car as the man got out, and they had to forcefully pull him back into the car. They took him to the woods where they began to torture him. Jay did most of the torture.
Holy shit, this Jay nigga's a fucking demon.
Fists, choking him almost to the point of unconsciousness and beating him with a metal bar. Jay's idea of torturing the man was to get information out of him on where he was getting his drugs. Jay wanted to get all of the names this man knew and continue to go up the ladder until he had murdered all of the dealers in this line before finding another and continuing on until he was caught.
This nigga on some fucking vigilante like path of doom. Bro just going around killing all the dealers. What we watching? We're watching a video called Reddit's Most Disturbing Stories. Yeah, who this nigga feeling like? Bro said, I want to go up the ladder of drug kingpins and kill all of them.
All planned out in his head on how he was gonna.
He said that, Twitch, not me.
After Jay had enough of the torture, he slit the victim's throat and stabbed him repeatedly in the chest with a knife they had brought. After Jay was sure the victim was dead, they dumped the body in a field, only for them to return the next day and dismember the man. They decapitated him, then cut off his arms, hands, legs, leaving his torso without any limbs attached to it. After they thought he was cut up enough, they disposed of the body.
They left the torso with no limbs.
Some of the places included a landfill, the field.
They disposed of the body in a couple different states.
Where they cut him up, garbage can behind a motel, and other locations they never disclosed. After a couple of days,
how the fuck? That's kind of crazy. How did they get caught? Because I feel like, what's good, Eli? What's good, bro? What's good? What is we watching? We're watching something called Reddit's Most Disturbing Stories.
Up confessing the murders to police. He told them every gory detail, and he disclosed all of the locations he knew about. The police arrested Jay and Stephen, and after showing them the evidence, they pleaded guilty to the murder as well. The head, hands, and feet have never been found.
Damn. The only reason they were caught is because someone snitched. I'm not gonna lie. Reddit, hey man, I'm gonna head out, but have a good stream. Chill. I'm not a Reddit demon, bro. Don't worry. It's just a fuck. It's a tub vid. It's a tub vid. He be making like interesting vids. I just saw this shit and I was like, why not? Reddit done scared Brody away. Nah, no, it's not. I'm just pussy. Nah, you good, bro. You get that. There's no shame in it, my boy. I know. Like, I have this other viewer. Shout out my nigga Kenzo. But that boy cannot stay for these videos to save his life. He fucking hates this scary shit. Roll my heart. What's good, albino?
Jay was sentenced to life in prison. Steven was sentenced to 45 years, while Toby was sentenced to 35.
Prison,
Needless
45.
to say, I was shocked. Everyone was blowing on my phone, asking if I heard about Jay and what I thought about it. I didn't know what to think about. I was still dazed that it happened. The day before the party, I texted Jay's roommate.
I love scary shit. Nah, same. OMG, when this emo happened, like 2 streams ago, maybe. Roll to kiss.
With everything that happened, I'm just gonna guess you aren't doing any party this weekend, right? What are you talking about? You know, everything with Jay? It wouldn't make sense to have the party he was planning. It would be kind of creepy, Jake. I know what happened with Jay, but I have no idea about a party. Jay said there was a party at your house this weekend. It was gonna be a small get-together. There was no party planned for this weekend. At least none I was aware of. I was supposed to go out of town and visit family, but with everything that happened, I've canceled those plans. I texted quite a few other mutual friends of ours. None of them had heard of a party either. I remember Jay saying
Yo, so he hit her up for a party, but there was no party. Now nigga was about to kill her. Damn. Right, bro, I'm about to go to sleep. Safety, my boy. Yo, safety, gang. Safety. Stay safe. Hopefully I see you again. I mean, I'm streaming every single day till November 1st type shit. So, yeah. And for those of you who are new to the stream and have yet to join the motherfucking Discord, hey, we do scary movie nights. Matter of fact, we could do one tonight if you guys want. You guys want to do a movie night tonight? Exclamation mark Discord. Join that if you haven't. You so close to the mic, it's like you're inside of my head. Shit kind of hot. My fault. I'll back up a little bit. What time? We could do one right after the stream on some shit. What time you gonna be live tomorrow? I'm gonna try to aim for I don't know if I'm doing anything tomorrow. I had plans, but I don't know if they stuck, because we kind of did, like, the people I had plans with for tomorrow I went out with today, so I don't know if we're gonna do things. I don't know if we're gonna still go out tomorrow. Not gonna lie, fuck scary shit like jump scares and shit like that, but stories aren't that scary, so I can go to sleep. Yeah, stories don't be that scary, but if we'll miss the stream and increase the days, I might just miss a day on purpose. Yeah, bro, what movie? Yeah, I want to do another scary movie, like, not a scary movie, but like, you know, the goddamn scary movies. They be funny as a bitch. These, like, scary movie. This, for real. Link doesn't work? Wait, are you for real? Or do you guys want to watch like an actual genuine scary movie? I don't want the streak to end. Yeah, me neither, bruh. I might just miss on purpose and like push it to like 30. Why would the Discord not work? Who said Discord doesn't work? Yo, Real, what's your Discord? Maybe anti-raid dicked you. I think Dev is still up, so he should be able to help you join. Link should work. Says invalid for me. Hang on. Okay.
Just a few other mutual friends of ours. None of them had heard of a party either. I remember.
Yeah, make sure you're signed in.
A small party, but not even his absolute best friend had heard of it. There are many times I wondered what would have happened if Toby never had confessed. What if I would have went to Jay's party that no one else heard of?
He would have fucking killed you. That's what he would have did.
There wasn't a party. Changed my number.
For me too, invalid. That's what it says on a charger on Max's cord. What the fuck? Can anyone help, please? Yo, Dev. Any idea on why that might be?
And I moved to a completely different town. I go back every now and again, but I don't tell anyone I visit until I show up, just in case Jay gets paroled and wants to finish our party. Moderator. Original poster has submitted proof to the mods that this grisly murder and subsequent incarceration did indeed happen. Verified. A heartbreaking wedding band story. It's rare that a story from Reddit.
Is it because we kept leveling down and lost our vanity Temporarily, maybe. I mean, it works for me. V2K. Continue to Discord. We lost a minute, so I have to put it back. Okay, try again, try again, try again. Thank you, Dev. I appreciate that.
It uncovers real identities of people. So this is one of those special ones where there is sort of evidence behind it. In 2017, a user named More posted on the subreddit r/RBI, Reddit Bureau of Investigations, asking for help tracing owners of a wedding band. This could have been one of those typical Reddit posts that becomes a heartwarming story had the users not found the actual owners. This was the ring in question, with the engraved lettering FPLRMC 91917. The original poster had picked it up at a grocery store
It
parking
works?
lot in Missouri
Okay, good shit, good shit, good shit.
A user
I
named
boosted the server for I need them. Thank you, Night Zone. Mwah.
Acme tracked it to a couple, Frank P. Liston and Ruby Marie Crisp, via the website familysearch.org. The heartbreaking bit
link is
that
working
they
now.
both
Y'all can
passed
join up.
away. I found a wedding band, looking for help deciphering the engraving on the inside. I found this wedding band on the ground about 20 years ago. Being just a kid, I kept it as a little treasure, so it's way too late to try to take it to the lost and found. Now, I'm trying to figure out a little more information about it, like how old it is, where it was made, and of course, who it may belong to. It's very thick and heavy compared to many of the wedding bands that I've seen. The ring size on it is probably a 6 or smaller. The jeweler/maker's engraving is the only thing that I'm confident on what it says, which is APNB 14K. The initials and the date are a little trickier due to the faded script lettering. I have an idea on what it says, FPL-RMC 91917, but I would like to have some fresh eyes on it. I picked the ring up in a grocery store parking lot, I think, in Missouri in the mid to late 1990s.
Okay.
Thanks. User Acme. Got it. Frank P.
We're
Liston
back that 2 a.m. vibe sitting right now. That nigga just got horny. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
and Ruby Marie Crisp. And Frank was indeed from St. Louis. Apparently just got married in Arkansas. Damn, Ruby died the next year. There's soon to be a bunch of Crisps around Louis. Apparently just
got it. Thanks for it's my first ever birthday.
Got married in Arkansas.
Yo, he found the fucking...
Damn, Ruby in Missouri in the mid to late 1990s. Thanks. User Acme.
Interesting.
Got it. Frank P. Liston and Ruby Marie Crisp. And Frank was indeed from St. Louis. Apparently just got married in Arkansas. Damn, Ruby died the next year. There's soon to be a bunch of Crisps around with Ruby Marie as a family name. This might have been her dad. Frank Philip Liston served stateside in World War I. It looks like Frank remarried and moved to Philly. Also of note, he registered for the draft as Liston, and census records read Liston or Liston. But that link should be a good start if you wanted to find the family. More responded with, findagrave.com, help fill in some blanks. Frank died in 1959 and is buried in Philadelphia. Ruby died in 1918 and is buried in Pulaski County, Arkansas. She most likely died as a result of giving birth to her son, Francis Jr., who also died around the same time.
Okay.
A dumb way to get rid of your steak you don't want. So, a wife is invited to dinner at her boss's house. She brings along her husband.
A dumb way to get rid of steak that you don't want?
Who she believes does dumb shit all the time. Wife is invited to dinner at her boss's house. She brings along her husband, who she believes does dumb shit all the time. During mealtime, the husband is served an undercooked steak. His attempt to get out of eating it was to throw it straight out the window across the dining table. Turns out, the window was closed, and so the steak hit it, making a major mess of dripping blood. And then the three got into a very awkward moment. What makes this story interesting is that it was told from the side of the husband, his post went viral, and the wife. The husband's version has some hilarious comments, because there's not a right way to justify what he did, especially when the boss's house was on the 3rd floor of a story building. Today,
why the fuck would he do that? So the nigga's gonna get... Bro, you're having dinner at your wife's boss's house. And you don't want it... You have steak that you don't want. So you take it and you fucking... You try to toss it out the window? What? What happened to the OG pic? The black boy face? Yeah. What's good, Skells? How you been, bro? How you been?
I fucked up by throwing my steak out a window. Last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression. I scoffed and arrogantly informed my silly wife that I always make good impressions. My wife's boss is a single lady in her 50s, so it was just the three of us. We chit-chatted over drinks and salads and seemed to be really hitting it off. She laughed at my well-timed, perfectly appropriate jokes, and my wife seemed pleased. Soon, she brought the main course, a nice big juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into my steak, I was discouraged encouraged to discover how undercooked this steak was. Now, I've had my fair share of rare steak. I prefer medium, but I can handle rare. This was several minutes on a hot grill short of rare. I probably
Several
could have
minutes on a hot
resuscitated the
grill
cow
short of
had I
rare.
tried. Instead, I sat there fidgeting with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was gonna get away with not eating this steak. Claim veganism? No, I'd already feigned great enthusiasm upon seeing the steak. Just then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared over my head. I knew I had to be decisive.
Like, you
realizing
don't
that she
toss
would
the
return at any
fucking
moment.
steak. He's a
Committed. I grabbed the
bot.
steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice,
You couldn't
executed a perfect
you couldn't at
fuck
least
through the
see if
center
it
of
was
the open
fucking
window. Here's the
closed
big-time fuck up.
or
The window
opened.
wasn't open. It was the cleanest freaking window you've ever seen in your life. That is, until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. My wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look then slowly morphed into more of a "there is no place on this planet you can ever hide from me" expression of demonic anger.
Yeah, you gotta like, oh my god, this has to be an insane fucking scenario. Like, I imagine you're with your wife, right? You're with your wife, and you take her to, like, your boss invites you for dinner, and you take your wife there with you, and y'all get steak, and then your boss goes up to do whatever with the dessert, and out of nowhere, your fucking wife picks up the steak and tosses it at the window just for the window to be closed and that steak to hit that shit and slide down. Yo, that would probably be like one of the most random shits ever. I'm trying to boost your server, but it's trying to make me pay even though I got nitro. Here, try if you go into settings and then server boost. Yeah, like this. If you go to settings and server boost, it should have like servers right here that you could boost. How was my day? My day was pretty good. My day was pretty good. I can't complain at all. What about you?
My wife's boss heard the thud of the steak on window impact and came quickly. She took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the bloody trail, the empty plate, and then gave me an inquisitive, puzzled look. I just didn't know what to say. It felt like a minute of silence, but was probably 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I was cutting it and it slipped. Just ask my wife.
It slipped?
I really am a klutz. Right, honey? No help coming from that direction. I'll clean this up. I can't believe this. I'm so sorry. Both women continued to stare at me like I had escaped the loony bin. As I smeared the blood around the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter my incoherent explanation. I knew no one was buying the story. I knew what I had to do. I sheepishly returned to my seat and proceeded to eat that disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody raw steak. I remained pretty
Niggas still ate it? Ugh. Disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody, raw steak? I remain pretty quiet the rest of the evening. My wife's only 2 words to me since the incidents are, I'm fine. Nigga about to get divorced over that shit. Yo, I go there, it says I boost my server and max the server. I can't boost them though, the fuck. Oh, it's probably because it's been, like, you have to wait, like, I think 2 weeks or something from the date of your boost before you boost the server.
quiet the rest of the evening. My wife's only 2 words to me since the incident are, I'm fine. Today, I fucked up by allowing my husband to come to dinner at my boss's
Yo, they
house.
both
This
made
actually took place
posts?
a couple years ago. I just got on a brand new job that I was really excited about. So I was delighted when my boss, who I had been trying to establish a rapport with, invited me and my husband over to her home for dinner. Well, mostly delighted. My husband is, well, he's the sweetest, but he has a history of doing really dumb shit. Because of this, I was worried about him coming along. By the time the day
How
of
they
the dinner
both made
arrived, I became
posts.
so anxious about it that I actually floated the idea by my boss that I wasn't sure if he would be able to make it. She clearly was taken aback and responded, "Oh no, I really hope he can. I have dinner for 3 all ready to go." Upon seeing her dismay, I assured her that I was sure he would find a way to get there. Well, we made it over to her apartment on time and things actually started out really well. It was actually just the 3 of us, which surprised me somewhat, but made me a little less
It's time to
concerned
play
about my
Discord.
husband, as crowds really tend to bring out his
I've been boosting max
ability.
server
I
since
had just
April.
started to
man.
finally relax and was a couple bites into
Why
this
is this
deliciously cooked steak when things
boosting
took
them?
a horrible turn. My boss had just
Yeah,
stepped
Discord's
into the
trying to
kitchen check
scam your
dessert when I
ass.
noticed something odd out of the
Fuck.
corner of my eye. It was one of those
Either
things
way,
where
I
something
appreciate
strange
it,
is
bro.
happening in your peripheral, but you're not sure what. You have to look over and focus your gaze to really comprehend it. I look over at my husband and see him holding his steak in his hand, hovering it just an inch or two above his plate. Before I had a chance to fully comprehend what I was seeing and verbalize something that might have saved all of us from the coming horror, he threw his steak, baseball style, across the room straight into the dining room window. It hit the window, making a loud noise.
Zero
and slid
fucking
down. Now, my
awareness
husband does
of
dumb
anything.
shit. I already told you that, but he's not a crazy person. Usually when he does dumb shit, I at least understand what he's thinking. There's usually some semblance of rhyme or a reason to do the dumb shit. In this case, I was just dumbfounded. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't wrap my head around what was going on. I stared at him with what must have been the most confused look and watched as he stared back at me, an expression of utter horror painted across his face. I couldn't make any sense of what was happening, but I also didn't have time to try. I heard the footsteps of my boss coming to see what the sound was. It suddenly sunk in that it didn't matter why he did what he did. He did it, and we were all about to come face to face with a
You don't gotta pay for the boost, bro. You don't gotta pay for the boost. You're good.
For a brief moment, I contemplated trying to help my husband get out of this, but no. This was his
dumb
bad. Shit bed, and he could lie in it. Not like there was any possible recovery anyway. My boss walks in and sees the steak lying on the window.
Real nigga motherfucking Smurfy. Real nigga Smurfy. Real nigga, I mean shit, real nigga Smurfy. But real nigga lemonade, bro. Paying for a boost is insane. Paying for a boost is like, bro. And this nigga got... Fuck, I feel bad, bro. How much is a boost? Like a actual straight up paid boost. But this shit $349? Bro, $349 is crazy when Nitro is what, $10? It was only like $2. Either way, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Lemonade. Mwah. Thank you. That mean a lot to me.
There's
the server.
Longest, most awkward pause where we all just sit there.
W Lemonade. W VROEL 2 Kiss.
The cringe just hangs in the air like an ocean fog. He finally manages to mutter some incoherent garbage about being a klutz and even tries to get me to back him up. I leave his ass out to dry in the deafening silence. He makes a poor attempt at cleaning the window and retrieves his steak. Mercifully, my boss asks me a question about work, and we both dive eagerly into the conversation. We all resume the rest of the evening pretending that he isn't there, a sort of unspoken agreement by all that this is the only way to move forward. As soon as we got to the car, my husband turned into a nervous chatterbox trying to explain himself. Turns out the dumbass didn't like the way his steak was cooked. Rare. And get this, he thought the window was open. My husband, ladies and gentlemen, tried to chuck his steak out a 3-story window. He thought that was a reasonable solution.
This nigga's a little boy.
Cooked steak. A year or so later, my boss hosted a Christmas party for the company at her newly built home. My best friend Jenny was my +1. No, my husband told this story from his perspective a couple years ago, and it was a popular post. Someone suggested I should tell it from my perspective. Hope our discomfort brings a little joy to you fine redditors. Edit. Okay guys, I probably overplayed the dumb shit angle. Yeah, he's known for acting without thinking things through, but this one moment does not represent the norm. From my perspective, in this moment, he looked like a loony bin character gone mad, which is what makes the story so funny in retrospect.
2 for 1 boost, crazy, bro.
At least a little bit less crazy.
That's a large drink in McDonald's.
Who makes life
Hungry
very
as
fun.
fuck.
Edit 2. No,
I got
husband is not
leftovers
on the
downstairs. I'm
crazy.
too hungry.
Bro
said no, my husband is not on the spectrum.
All you know is this one event. The usual dumb shit.
What boosting even do? It allows for
inappropriate thing that comes to mind. If you would have done that.
Level 1 is 100 emoji slots, 24 soundboard slots, animated server icon, better quality audio. Level 2 HD streaming 50 megabyte file uploads, custom role icons, server banners. Level 3 custom server invite link, the vanity link, 100 megabyte file uploads, highest quality audio, animated server banner, and 300 video stage seats. And you can get a custom role for boosting the servers, so you can find that in the booster role section.
That wouldn't have shocked me at all. This, of course, shocked me, because he normally doesn't do things that make him look insane. Not sure why some seem to be taking the he often does dumb shit to mean he often does completely insane things, when I feel I was making the exact opposite point. Oh well, glad that most of you got some small bit of enjoyment out of your day from the story. Also, we all have our faults. I joke about my husband not thinking things through. He jokes about my preoccupation with what others think of me. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know.
Go vid, Tough, go vid.